At the end of February 2014, we took 5 new models to the Library of Birmingham to display during school half-term. Junkscapes was born from the old railway modelling methods of making miniature buildings and scenery out of anything handy. Then perhaps taking it further by having a no-holds-barred approach. So we used everything from tin cans to human hair, coffee stirrers to cassette tapes. The exhibit drew a lot of interest, lots of smiles we noticed. As usual, we did have a lot of help in the difficult procedure of actually bringing the exhibit to the library from our studio. Pieces had to be protected from the elements and delivered and set up within one morning. It was very cold and damp, but thanks to such warm-hearted friends, we were able to get the job done.
What are you pushing in? Yeah.
Luckily these pieces, although very large, are not heavy. The mountain, for example, is pure cardboard boxes and paper mache. As people looked around the exhibit, there was lots of lovely comments, and they were reminiscing about how things used to be made by hand and with improvisation. And especially because we had a lot of children visit the exhibit.
Okay.
They're growing up in this world of technology, and the adults felt empowered by having something physical to demonstrate to the kids of how stuff used to be done. When you didn't maybe have much, yet you were able to create something with your imagination and things to hand.
What room are they? 401. 401, right, I'm confused.
Quite an operation, because we brought lots of stuff to do workshops with too, so we had a lot of things to move, and we had the freedom of the foyer. We had a whole area there by the escalators, lots of room to move around. People could get completely around each of our pieces to look at, and then lots of room on the tables to do the workshops. So that's a real luxury. We had daily sessions where people of all ages could join in and make their own miniature junk landscapes. We had bags and bags of little plastic bottles, tubs, watch boxes, tubes, wires, matchsticks, rubber bands and tape. And we had a table set up where people could leave their landscapes if they wanted to add to the display, or they had the choice of taking them home if they preferred. So each day we had a sort of evolving, changing space, which was really nice, and people felt like they'd contributed, well, they had contributed to the exhibit itself. And it was very inclusive, you know, children of all ages, people of all ages, and there was just a very hands-on approach. And people like that, of course, they still like it, they just don't get to do it so much these days. We had cassettes, broken calculators, phones, springs, yogurt pots, just loads of stuff. And it was met with enthusiasm, you know, because how often do you get the chance to sit down with all this sort of stuff and just stick it together with others with you all doing the same? You just don't get the chance to do it. It's a release, it's therapeutic. And you can be in charge of what's happening in your miniature landscape. Someone at the library did say that we had approximately 2,000 people walk through or take part in our exhibit that week. So we were very pleased with that. And we did have lots of gratifying comments, mostly around the sort of ingenuity of the display and the inclusivity of the whole thing and the cheeriness of it. People left feeling good and with a reminder of their own childhood, the sort of aspirations and things they wanted to do or thought about. And the kids now, a different option for them to try at home. Another reason to put down the game consoles for a while, putting down their own choice, and do something else, something hands-on, something that is real, probably from the past, but to find relevance in today's world. Not so easy with so much things on offer today. It seems like you can get anything, and things aren't even always that expensive. You can get so much things just for £1 or whatever it is today. You can just almost buy anything. And of course, to reuse something is a very much more worthwhile thing than to use it only for its sole purpose and then throw it away or give it away. So reusing things gives new life to whatever objects they may be. All the exhibits it was open every day, including the weekend, and it was of course half term, so all the schools were out, and hence we had a lot of visitors. Very nice. And of course, even if although it was on the website, even if they didn't know it was on, and they came to the library and were confronted with it, they had the option to join in. They had the chance, and sometimes people did that with no plan. Just dived in because there it is. There's your chance, and they took it and enjoyed it. It's nice to be able to do stuff like that. Have a bit of free time and have a bit of fun. Something very hands-on and real and educational. I mean, we had our own little model of the library there in the library itself. So it was nice for kids to relate to the building they were standing in and look at a little miniature of it right there in front of them. You don't know if one of these people in later life will do something like that. And remember seeing this stuff. We've had no sort of formal training of any kind, so all this is improvised and what we've picked up as we lived our lives. There's no art training here, and where training and education is highly valuable. It's also nice to have learned stuff from life itself and picked up and meandered through life and got ideas and your own inspirations from life itself. We had no glue during this event at all. We used tape, elastic bands, wire, lots of methods to put the stuff together. Again, that's another challenge for people. How do you put something together without the easy option of glue? So people were finding lots of interesting ways. They put a hole through a piece of cardboard and then put a rubber band through it and attach something with a loop or whatever and tape, and we had plasticine and blue tack and stuff like that as well. It's all more improvising, more of a challenge as well. Stuff isn't laid on everything dead easy, every answer provided. It's not. Had some great help from the library staff too. Fantastic enthusiasm. And you just can't fault it really, to have a chance to show your stuff in such an interesting, vibrant place. lots of space around, not cramped conditions. That's just luxury. It's great. Yeah, very positive experience. And that's our second major show at the library. So this was February. So we've got our next one in August, and it's just so great to be able to work from one to another, and know that we've got other stuff coming and other stuff to plan towards. Yeah, very fortunate indeed. We are very fortunate. So we should say thank you to everyone who joined in so enthusiastically, and thank you to the library and all our friends who helped us, everyone at the Custard Factory. So